Hey Saber fans, so this is my last Saber reveal for the day, so bear with me in case I start just goofing off maybe. I love this hilt. I really do. There's so much about it I love. There really is. Did I mention I love this hilt? Anyways, I got this installed with a Crystal Shard version 4. Who the hell cares? Let's just turn it on. I love the set screw on this. I really do. There's so much I like about this hilt. Look at that blade depth. Holy shit. That's long as hell. Like, throw down a rope and pull the NeoPixel connector out of it, right? That sucker is deeper than a psychiatrist on hallucinogens. I don't know. What kind of silly metaphor can you come up with on that? Yeah. Man, Jesse Kirkbride, he puts out some great fonts. So, Mitsurugi 3K, upgraded
Sound bank selection
to CFX. Sound venting on this is ridiculous. This pommel, man, it's each little slot there. Good God Almighty. This is definitely one of the loudest Vader's Vault hilts I've owned. Okay, I want the blue, but I want some flickering. Ooh, I like the pulse though. Yeah, I want the pulse. I'm a sucker for a pulsing wave. I blame Vader. Love it.
sound bank selection.
I also love that in this onboard menu you can go forward and back fonts now. So this is bank 1, bank 2, bank 3, here's the activation, bank 2, bank 1. I love it. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and do this little ditty right here. I love how you can loop everything over it. It's just everything just on top of it, just sandwich, sandwich, sandwich. Now you got your music track, you got your font, you got your force abilities, you got your blasters. Let's see how many I can get going at once. So that's right. That's right, the force effect gets kicked out whenever you do like a blaster or a lockup or a clash, I think. So you can't sandwich that. You can't sandwich everything together. Just sound like a total cluster of sounds though, wouldn't it? So, if you watch my other video on just reviewing it, yes, this is a great hilt. The set screw, you know, like Ardent Elite, has a big beefy 1032 set screw. On this, you have a hole just big enough for the Allen wrench to sneak in there. falling apart. Nope. It's going back in. Just remember there's another font I have to show you. When I first found this font on a client's hilt, I lost all my
Sound bank
marbles.
selection. Audio.
Oh. Yeah, I gotta show you one
Legacy.
too. This is the one. I lost it when I first seen this. And my favorite part. It's just like, what is this? It's the best thing ever. Oh, Jesus, I love it, man. That's so great. Link, man, knocked it way out of the park with this. If anybody's familiar with Repulse Sounds, there are some great flippin' font makers in the community. Love those accent swings of Adult Link. My favorite part. Fantastic. So great. I got goosebumps. And of course, with this, you have to have Rainblade. Can you even see that? Yeah, kinda. I did do a little customizing to it. Previously, it had like a 10 or 11 second soundtrack for the post off, and just sitting there kind of waiting, like, man, this is taking forever. But the music tracks he includes are nothing but greatness. Any of y'all are familiar with this? Quality. It's a techno version of Song of Storms. I can't remember who by who. Let's take a second to listen to that. That's it. This is by DJ Asphyxia, I think so. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Sound bank selection.
So fantastic.
Legacy. This is General Kenobi.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Sound bank selection.
I am a Jedi, like my father.
This is Jesse Kirkbride's episode 6 Luke. Nice one, R2.
Sound bank selection.
I am a Jedi.
Focus path temperature critical.
Guess it's time for a charge. That's another quality font. There's a lot of good things I can say about Vader's Vault's hilt. And I have a lot of good things to say about this particular hilt. I love how this hole is just the perfect. It's just perfect for a 1032 Allen wrench. And taking this off, I was really pleased to see that the shroud literally just comes up to this point. So these 3 set screws hold them in place. Of course, you remove this section, which is threaded. That all slides off. And the shroud is just that sleeve going down to here and just slides right off. I love the recessed auxiliary, so very unlikely to accidentally press it. Same for the activation. I actually have to... Still got to make another blade plug for this. Now, the chassis. This is a pretty tight fit. So we have our 15 amp battery. We have the Vader's Vault chassis that I repurposed. This one I did not have to trim down on the downside at all for the electric tape to fit well. So it slides in just fine. I got 2 little amber SMD LEDs on there. And your CFX, 22mm bass speaker. I love the CFX. I love it. I love Profi as well, but the programming part, it's just an unnecessary headache to me. Granted, it's great because it offers unlimited possibilities. Open source hardware, fantastic. For CFX, we'll have to wait for Plector and his group of misfits and smugglers and stuff like that, and Jedi, have to wait for him to release some more firmware updates. That way we can have additional blade effects and stuff like that. However, the ones you see in this video are from Sorok Sabers, and holy cow, he is already working some serious magic with his blade effects, just from the stock firmware. I don't even think they've released a firmware update on this yet. Deep sleep, color changing on the fly, spectrum mode, smooth swing, Breon's post-os. I mean, are we seeing some cool shit here or what? Because I know I am. I'm loving it. Like, swapping these out in a Vader's Vault hilt is super easy. So freaking easy. It's not even that time consuming, like for a Vader's Vault hilt in general. If I go to install, let's just say a Roman Props Roman Props V4 or a Star Killer, you're looking at a dozen hours roughly. This, I knocked these out, both of these. I think I may have spent 2-3 hours on this, about 2-3 hours on this. It's freaking ridiculous. Now, granted, if I had the extra spending money, I would definitely just send them into Vader's vault to get that nice fixed chassis they're offering now, with the USB-C recharge, with the removable speaker, with the better removable battery. They're really knocking it out of the park now. They up their shit in a major way. I love their hilts. I love what they do. What I don't love is the fact that they want to keep their stuff special Vader's Vault logo specific. For instance, the speaker. That is the speaker from Vader's Vault. I can tell it is slightly better than the Vecco 22mm speaker that the Custom Saber Shop sells. So they find ways to kind of like put their special little Vader's Vault insignia on stuff. I don't blame them because they have a business to run. But at the same time, it's kind of like, can't you just make that available to the public, please? You know, it's like, hey, we're selling our fixed chassis for those of you who are DIY. It's almost like they don't want DIYers. Whereas, you know, like KR Sabers, that's exactly what he wants, you know, as an example. The community is really close and everybody has their own thing. The Custom Saber Shop, of course, DIY. It's fantastic. I love the DIY aspect of it because idle hands produce the devil's work. We got to do stuff. And I'd much rather do this than play video games or get into trouble, you know. It's just like those memes say, you know. It's get your kids addicted to buying lightsabers. They'll never have money for drugs, right? Isn't that great? It's funny. True. Very true. These are not cheap. They're not cheap at all. I actually got this as a hell of a deal used from another member. I couldn't pass it up, and I'm so glad I jumped on it when I did, because this is a great hilt. And upgrading it, you know, I might have, you know, $500 into it. That's still a lot of money. It's a lot of money when you're talking about a glorified flashlight, a glow stick. Some people call them other things, which I find even more hilarious than a fancy glow stick, but at the end of the day, it's all for the love of Star Wars. And I've been seeing a lot of flack going around on in the community, really, you know, towards font makers and stuff like that. Man, it's all for the love of Star Wars. Who cares, right? It's drama is everywhere nowadays. What is it all about? It's all about what I'm looking at on my screen right now. It's all about the story of that guy as it stands for, you know, the main episodes. Other movies, you know, it branches off and it's awesome. But, you know, that's what started it all was Anakin Skywalker. It's all about his story. And Luke saving him in the end, so, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, that's enough of my rant. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till the next time, Saber fans, may the Force be with you.